Hi everyone, Alexa here from the blog, theduvallhomestead.com, and today I'm going to share with you some of my packing tips for kind of a minimalist packing style, but yet smart and effective. We recently took a trip just a couple hours outside of where we live and stayed in a cabin, and it was a cold little romantic weekender, and so I wanted to take you along as I packed my suitcase with clothing, and also I packed some food bags as well because we were staying in a cabin that had a kitchen. So I want to give you some of my tips for traveling light and smart and show you a few pictures from our trip too. So for what's actually in my suitcase for this trip, I kind of went through and showed you exactly as I was packing what I was packing, so I will show that clip now. For us, we are gonna go somewhere that is gonna be kind of cold, probably won't have any snow. I always kind of stick with the basics, like one nice warm jacket or sweatshirt, and then some really cozy clothes for the nighttime. I don't know how warm the actual cabin will be, so I always bring my wool socks and warm clothes so that I'm cozy. I am not the kind of person who plans out my wardrobe each day of the trip. I know some people do that. They think, okay, on Friday I'm gonna wear this, and Saturday I'll wear this. And that might be efficient because you might think, oh, I'll save, I won't overpack because I know I'm packing for exactly the amount of days. But that just doesn't work for me because I never know what we're gonna do. So sometimes we have a plan for a day. How we vacation is we will sometimes plan out a day's event, but then the next day we'll leave it open for being spontaneous, because when you go somewhere, you never know. You think you might know the place, but you may not. And so there might be something like new that you wanna go do. So we always try to leave some space for spontaneity, but we always usually book a couple things that we know are gonna be good as well. So I will definitely overpack clothing wise, but I kind of bring it into categories. So I have a couple of shirts for outings. So if we go out to dinner, I always bring workout clothes because I know we're gonna exercise. This might be TMI, but I always bring double the amount of like underwear and socks, because if there's not a washing machine, or if there is a washing machine but you just don't want to be using it because you're out and about, if we go hiking or we exercise, you want to change often so that you're clean. And then the last category I would pack would be just really simple clothing, so like t-shirts and jeans, because I know I'll have days where I just want to be casual and maybe I'll wear yoga pants and a t-shirt, and then I'll have days where I'll want to dress up with jeans and a fancy shirt or maybe a dress. So I just want to give myself options, so I'll usually bring at least one or two of each kind of outfit so that I'm ready to go. I'll also bring staples depending on how long we're staying, so eggs and toast and bread. One tip I have that I always follow if you're going to be planning on cooking at a place like that has a kitchen is to bring enough food for the time that you're staying, the number of nights you're staying, minus 1 or 2. So for example, if you're staying 5 nights somewhere, I would pack enough food for 3 days. If you're staying 2 nights somewhere, I'd pack enough food for 1 whole day. Now, even if you think we're gonna go to this place and we're gonna cook every single day, we're never gonna eat out, to save money, which we've done that before. Even if you say that, most likely you're gonna wanna go out at least once. At least that's what we do. We say, all right, we'll go out one time in this 5-night stay and we'll cook the other nights. And so we have thrown food out before. For example, if we go somewhere like Hawaii where we're flying, we can't bring the food back. So we buy all the food when we get there, and you don't want to throw food out. That's the worst thing. So a couple other things I would ask a VRBO host would be, do you have extra toilet paper and paper towels? Not just enough toilet paper and paper towels. This actually happened to us this summer. We stayed in a place and we ran out of toilet paper. So it's good to know, maybe when you go there, to check if they have extra, where do they store it? Where can you get more if you need it? Also good just because things spill, so you want paper towels, you want to know where the extra stuff is. Like usually there's a closet that has a vacuum, for example. You want to know where that stuff is, because if there's a mess, we like to clean it up because we definitely don't want that to be apparent when we leave the place. Also ask about pots and pans and baking trays. Usually they're fully stocked, so you don't have to really worry about it, but I do bring my own cast iron. There was one time that we went to a place that actually had a Lodge 12-inch cast iron, and I was so excited because I've never seen anyone have that before, and Other than that, I will just bring my own because I just love cooking on the cast iron. It's just easier for me, so I'd rather just bring it. This is especially easy when you're taking a car ride. Now, if you're flying somewhere, a large cast iron would probably be way too heavy for you to bring. The other thing to ask is, do you have shampoo and conditioner, and do you have laundry detergent if they have a washer and dryer? I would probably bring my own shampoo and conditioner anyway, but laundry detergent is something for me that I care a lot about, the quality of the detergent at home, but I'm not going to bring my laundry detergent to some place that we're staying and probably only going to use one time. So I don't really care what kind they have as long as they have it. So make sure you ask about that. One last thing to ask about in the kitchen is, do you have a dish sponge, dish soap, and washing gloves if you wear gloves? I've been wearing gloves most of the time when I wash dishes just because my hands will get really dry. So if you are used to wearing gloves and then you go somewhere that doesn't have gloves and you're hand washing dishes for like a week, it'll probably destroy your hands. So here I am in front of my little cupboard here, and I'm just gonna bring out a bunch of dry food because the cold food will be in a insulated bag, and I'm gonna pack basically everything that I think we are gonna eat in the next few days. Whenever we go somewhere and we're gonna bring food, I just bring extra. I always bring a lot because I don't know what they're gonna have there. So trash bags is a really good thing to bring. Usually they always have trash bags and like toilet paper, but I have run out before and it's just not fun because you don't know where to get any more. So I'm just gonna bring one, you never know. Of course, I'm gonna pack my sourdough bread. Luckily, I have a whole half loaf left. This will probably last us all weekend. Really good protein powder for smoothies in the morning, kefir smoothies. Oranges, another really great snack. What I do with the food is I always make sure that there's a bag in the car right behind the driver's seat so that when we're driving to our destination, if someone's hungry, they can reach back and get food. Never put the food in the very back of the trunk because you won't be able to get it. You'll have to pull over. And so if you're trying to get to your destination sooner, always put it right behind your front seat. I definitely sound like someone who eats a lot. I'm realizing that now. But I do, so I guess that's true. And I'll bring our avocado, basically just all the stuff that I would have eaten in the next few days. So I usually grocery shop once a week. So this is all the stuff I had already bought for the weekend, so I didn't really go buy anything extra. Avocados and potatoes. I'm going to bring the cast iron because I don't expect there to be one there. And honestly, I'm so used to cooking with it that I don't want to use whatever they have. I'm also bringing some steaks for us, and if they don't have a barbecue, then I will do the steaks on the cast iron. So that's why I love cast iron, because you can use it as barbecue, you can cook anything on it. We went on a camping trip over the summer and we brought this cast iron, and we almost didn't because we were like, it's so heavy, we're probably not going to use it. We had a like a grill to make food on for camping, and we just threw this in the car because we were driving to Montana, and we ended up using it, and it just was so nice having it. So this is like, if I even fly in an airplane and I have to put this in my suitcase, I will. Don't forget butter. This is one of the things that people forget a lot when they travel to Airbnbs, assuming that they have it. They may not. Don't forget butter. And of course, coffee. We make French press coffee, and it's just better. Usually Airbnbs have a coffee maker, so and they even sometimes have coffee. So if you like regular coffee, you can do that. We are really picky with our coffee, and we like a certain kind. So I'm gonna bring our own and a French press, which, by the way, that saved us when we went camping as well. This is a side story, but I love the French press because we have this one, and you can literally just take it with you. So one time I was in a hotel room and we were leaving really early in the morning, and I said, hey, do you have hot water? because we didn't have a kitchen in the room or anything. And they said, yes, here's some hot water. And I put my coffee grounds in here, put the hot water in, pressed it, and during our early morning drive, we were just drinking out of this. So it's like you can literally bring it anywhere and it's just so nice. This and my cast iron are just so necessary. As far as seasonings go, I'm going to assume that they have salt and pepper. I've never been somewhere that doesn't have salt and pepper, but I am going to bring Italian herbs and garlic powder because that way I don't have to bring garlic. It just makes it easy. If we were staying for a long time, I would bring onion, garlic, and all the fixings. I'll probably bring a couple, but it's just nice to have the garlic powder and the Italian seasoning. That way I can make any dish taste pretty good. We kind of eat a lot in just a few days. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed these packing tips for a minimalist essentials packing video. If you want to know more about what we packed specifically, you can look at the blog at the DuvallHomestead.com. I will leave a link below. And I also put some pictures from our trip. If you want to just hop on over and see what we did, it'll all be on there. If you are brand new to my page, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and like on Facebook. Every week I post new farm-to-table recipes and homemade natural living from our homestead here in Duvall. Thank you so much for stopping by the Duvall Homestead.